Hey guys, what is going on? So just want to give an update about my experience since I've added Ecdysterone into the mix. I know it's been a very short period of time, but quite a lot has happened. So this is something that has been kind of a consistent theme for me. The first time that I ever upped my dose on Turkesterone, I saw a very sudden weight increase. The first time I switched from huge Ecdysterone to intelligent elephant, I saw the same thing. And now for the third time, as I add Ecdysterone into the mix, and keep in mind I subtracted 3 capsules of Turk and added 3 of Ecdysterone, pretty much immediately after I did that, I saw my weight increase suddenly. And considering this is the third time it's happened, I was like, I wonder if this is the same thing that I've experienced or if this is just a fluke. So I've been weighing in. The past 2 days, I've weighed in at 249 pounds both days. So I would assume, considering it wasn't, just a one-time thing, I also weigh myself fasted in the morning. I'm not doing like post-meal or anything like that. I would say I'm about 250 now, 249, 250. So that's crazy. I was not that long ago, I was just like 242. When I transitioned into bodybuilding, I think I was just holding a bit more water, glycogen, stuff like that. So I went up to about 245 before I even went on to Ecdysterone. So I added about 4 pounds just adding that Ecdysterone. So obviously I'm not claiming that that is muscle or anything like that, but those very sudden weight increases have happened to me basically whenever I up the dose. And I would say that 3 capsules of Ecdysterone is more potent, I suppose, considering the 98% standardization than the 3 capsules of Turkesterone. And what I've found from the times that I've stacked these before is that I would say 3 and 3 is kind of the sweet spot for me personally. I have done that. This is now my 3rd time doing it, and it seems to work extremely well. Now, keep in mind, I do respond to both of these independently. So I don't, this is what I tell other people. If you haven't tried both of these independently and they don't both work for you, then don't try stacking them, or at least, figure out, like, let's say Ecdysterone works for you. Maybe you want to throw in Turkesterone on top after you have experienced Ecdysterone and see if that adds anything. Because, for example, if I were to just take 3 capsules of Turkesterone by itself, probably wouldn't do anything for me. But adding 3 caps on top of my Ecdysterone, which is also at 3 caps, seems to be the best of both worlds. And considering the PRs that I've been hitting over the past, several days that I've been doing this, I don't even know how long it's been, but I've been hitting a lot of PRs. So today I just hit OHP 245 for a set of 4. So that was my former 1 rep max. And that was when I was like much more into overhead press. And, notably I have been doing it a lot recently, but I would say as recently as 6 months ago, my max would have been 225, 235, just because I wasn't doing it all that much. So now I'm getting back into the habit. I also hit a 265 1 rep max with the OHP, which is a 20-pound PR. Obviously I'm heavier now, but considering, like I said, I wasn't really training OHP for the past year, really. I was focusing more so on bench. I'll absolutely take that. I also hit 315 for a set of 13, which is wild. So very recently, my max with 315 for an AMRAP was 7. I was on the verge of getting 8. So I got 8 not that long ago. And then I got 10, and then I got 11 very recently. And 11 was an absolute grind. It was not an easy one. Whereas I just hit, I think yesterday, 315 for 13. So, I've said it many times, Ecdysterone adds that endurance element. So I'm not saying that I just got way stronger overnight. But obviously those AMRAP sets become a bit easier when you add Ecdysterone on top. And obviously I'm taking creatine as well, which seems to aid in that. So just basically hitting PRs left and right. I basically, every time I walk into the gym, hit some type of PR. And that's been the trend pretty much since I have transition into the concentric phase of triphasic. So I'm no longer doing triphasic, although I am implementing some of those strategies into my training. I'm just doing bodybuilding style, but I start off every workout, trying to hit a PR, going for some strength numbers, and then I just focus more on bodybuilding for the rest of the workout. Whereas what I was doing before was just purely strength training, a lot of volume with the bench press. Now I barely even bench press. I'll just do a couple sets and then move on to the next thing. So that's even more wild, considering in the past my ability to recover from my accessories, if I were to do bench and then do triceps and chest after with high rep stuff, it would impact my recovery and I wouldn't be as strong. And considering I'm the strongest I've ever been, it's really, it's really amazing. I don't know why I'm just seeing such crazy gains recently. I do have a theory on why that is, and I plan to make another video about that subject. But yeah, I'm recording this on Sunday. I probably am going to release this video tomorrow just because I have to go to work very soon. But just want to hop on here and let you guys know how it's going, because it's going very well and it happened very quickly, which is kind of what I was expecting because I've experienced this in the past. So yeah. Almost 250. I think I'm going to take the bulk up to 260 at this point, just because, I thought I would be like really out of shape and really high body fat percentage at 250, and I never even thought I would get to this point. But clearly I'm adding some type of mass that is not just straight fat, and the strength numbers are going up. Everything's, amazing. My training is awesome. PRs left and right, and I'm hungry, so I'm going to take advantage of the hunger, of the momentum that I have, and I'm just going to keep it going. And I'm probably going to overspill into a body fat percentage that I'm not comfortable with. I've kind of accepted that as a reality, but I'm not going to cut this bulk short when it's going so well at this point. Like, I am progressing now faster in this bulk than I have at any point throughout any of the beginning of the bulk or anything like that. It's going extremely well right now, so I'm just going to keep running it. And if I add a little bit more body fat than I'd want, I suppose that's a necessary evil. Now, if I get to the point where I'm not hitting PRs and I'm just adding fat, well, then I'll probably cut it short and I'll probably throw in a mini cut. But as of right now, I do not want to stop the gain train, so I will just continue eating as many calories as I possibly can. And one question I get a lot before I go is, I don't track my calories. I don't track my protein. I don't do any of that. So all I do is just see what my weight's looking like whenever I weigh in. And it's like, if I'm gaining weight, I know it's going well. If I'm not gaining weight, I think in the back of my head, maybe I should add some more food today. And I just go off that. The only reason I can really tell if I'm in a calorie surplus is if I'm gaining weight, because the amount of calories I expend on a daily basis varies significantly. So I don't really have a maintenance per se. I just expend a certain amount of calories, and I try and adjust the amount of calories that I eat based on what direction I want my weight to go. That's how I've always done it, and I will continue to do that because it works very well for me. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. I'll keep you updated, and I'll talk to you soon.